Today, I'm going to share the one tool that's made me the most money selling t-shirts online. I personally use it almost every single day, and if you're going to get just one tool, this is the one that I recommend. Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Greg, and I like to talk about online entrepreneurship and making money online, so if you're interested in those things, feel free to look around the channel and consider subscribing. For those of you who are returning to this channel, you know that these videos are no fluff, they are straight to the point, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. In this video, I'm going to be sharing one very special tool because it has hands down made me the most money in selling t-shirts online. Not only that, but I'm going to show you the 7 different ways that I personally use this tool. The specific tool that we're going to talk about in this video is for the area of designing and marketing your t-shirt designs. However, what I'm going to show you in this video reveals some of the more kept secret ways of using this tool that are not commonly talked about, but they are definitely ways that I personally use. With that being said, this tool can be used by anyone because there are free features and there are paid features, so no matter what your budget is, you will still have ways of using this tool. So now that we've talked about what this tool is for and who it is for, now let's talk about what it is. This tool is called Placeit.net. Now, if you've seen other videos on the channel talking about Placeit.net, it's because I really do personally use this tool and recommend it. In this video, I'm going to elaborate a little bit more than usual and show you 7 different ways that I use Placeit.net, not just the basics and the common ways of using it. One quick disclaimer, just to get this out of the way, I do not work for Placeit. Yes, I do have a referral link for Placeit, and that referral link gives anyone who signs up with it a lifetime 15% off discount. But I am not an employee of Placeit. They're not paying me to make this video. I just wanted to put together a video that delivers a lot of value to whoever is watching it. And the way that I came up for this video's topic is what is a tool that has delivered me a lot of value that I can share with someone who ordinarily wouldn't be able to find this just searching the internet. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive into what is Placeit.net and what are the 7 different ways that I use it. So first things first, for anyone who is new to Placeit.net, essentially what it is generally around the apparel and fashion niche, and it's going to allow you to create mock-ups where you can put your design onto a model and it essentially photoshops it onto them. And it's also going to allow you to create designs. Now, I say it's generally in the apparel and fashion niche, however, they have thousands of different templates in all different niches. I think the last time I checked, they had something like 50,000 different templates you could choose from, so you're never going to run out of options to choose from. Now, generally, Placeit.net is a paid subscription website, so you have to pay monthly or annually to get access to all of their templates. However, they do offer some free design templates and free mockups. As we go through this video, I will link out to everything directly, so if you're looking for one of the free templates, there will be a link for it down below. So now that you have a general overview of what Placeit.net is, let's go ahead and break down the 7 different ways that I personally use it to help sell t-shirts online. One of the 7 ways that I use Placeit.net to sell t-shirts online is using situational mockups. Now, these are not your traditional t-shirt mockups where you have your design on a model wearing your shirt. These are more along the lines of scenarios or environments. So think along the lines of someone using their computer, and you can add an image of what website they are browsing through. So the way that this will help you to sell more shirts is you can create a post like this to put on your social media. A very simple example of how you can do this is you can find a mock-up of someone browsing the computer, and on their computer you can have photoshopped in your storefront. Now, if you have social media pages for your storefronts, by putting an image like this, it adds more depth to your page. As someone's scrolling through, they don't just see shirts or models, but now they also see someone on the computer. And when they look at that computer screen, they can see the person in the photo is browsing your storefront. It simply adds another layer of depth to your social media content. Now, keep in mind, you don't have to stop at just computer screens. You can also do iPads or iPhones, all different devices, TVs, wall art. You can get very creative with this, but just keep in mind that you don't have to use just t-shirt mockups. You can also use situational mockups. Moving on to number 2, this is probably one of these staples, and that is going to be creating t-shirt designs. Now, just know that for t-shirt designs, along with every other category here, there are free versions of these and there are paid versions of these. I'll put a direct link to both of these down in the description, but just know that if you're going to use their free t-shirt designs, it's going to be a very limited library. However, you still get to use Placeit.net and download the t-shirt designs with full commercial usage rights. Now, speaking of commercial usage rights, this is one of the main reasons I do my t-shirt designing on Placeit, because everything that you create on Placeit.net comes with full commercial usage rights. This will keep you out of trouble with copyright infringement, so you're not using someone's graphic or font, and they have what seems like a million different templates that you can choose from, so it's easy to go in there with a blank mind, find inspiration, and just start creating off of their templates. The name of the game and the real strategy for making money selling t-shirts online is creating a lot of great designs. Now, in the past, I've used very complex design software like Illustrator, and I've just found myself not being able to get the designs out, find inspiration, and make them quick enough to really be able to scale in this business. So using something like Placeit, you can go in, find inspiration, customize templates, swap out photos and text. It's all very quick. And the last thing about creating designs with Placeit is you download that file right to your computer, which means that you can then upload that file to any POD website that you want. This can be Teespring, this can be Redbubble, it can be Merch by Amazon, or all three. All those sites are non-exclusive, so you can upload that same design file to all three of them at the same time. When you compare that to using the design software on Teespring, for example, if you design your t-shirt on Teespring, you will not be able to actually save that design to upload to the other websites. Number 3 is another way of creating t-shirt designs on Placeit.net. This is one of the more kept secret ways. I've talked about it on the channel, but I haven't seen anyone else anywhere talk about this. What this is using Placeit.net's logo design tool for your t-shirt designs. Now, yes, as we just talked about in number 2, there are a ton of t-shirt templates where you can create t-shirt designs. However, if you go over to their logo tool, you can then use their logos to create t-shirt designs as well. You can save these with transparent backgrounds as well, save that file to your computer and upload it to the POD sites just like you did using their t-shirt design templates. Now, just to put in perspective how powerful this logo tool on Placeit is, just know that a while ago, Placeit took the logos out of their subscription and you had to buy each logo individually. It was $20 per logo if you had a membership or $40 per logo if you did not have a membership. Now, since then, they have brought unlimited logos back into the subscription, so you pay monthly and you get unlimited downloads of these logos. The reason that these logos are so special is because you can create very elaborate, typically very hard to create designs in the matter of minutes. You can choose from their graphics library and it redesigns that logo or that design with that new graphic in it. One big tip that I can pass on to you is browse through their gaming logos. I found that those make really good t-shirt designs, and no, you don't have to be in a gaming niche to use these. It's just those designs are really good. The fourth way that I use Placeit.net moves away from the creating of the t-shirt designs and moves a little bit more into the marketing. This is using their Instagram story templates. If you create a niche-specific Instagram page linked up to your niche-specific storefront, then you'll be able to post 2 types of posts. One are going to be the actual posts that go on your Instagram page, and second are going to be the posts that stay for 24 hours that go onto your Instagram story. Now, you can select to put these as highlights so they stay on your profile forever. That is totally up to you, but either way you do it in the Instagram stories, it's just going to pull more traffic to your Instagram page. Now, yes, it definitely is true. Instagram stories become much more effective when you have a built-up following, but even if you are just starting out with an Instagram page, you can post Instagram stories, and I have a little trick for you. When you are creating your Instagram story, add in some text and put in your relevant hashtags. Once you do this, you can drag with your fingers and make those hashtags extremely small, and then you can go back up top and you can add a sticker. This can be any kind of sticker that is relevant to your story, and you can put it right over top of your list of hashtags. What this is going to do is cover up those hashtags. Nobody will see that they're even there, and it will give you the same effect of the hashtags as if they were on your post, but now it's on that story. This is just another little marketing trick to get your stories out to more people, even if they are not following your page already. Now, these are all little tricks that I've learned along the way. If you enjoy these little tricks like this in this video in general, feel free to leave a like down below. I really do appreciate it. The fifth way that I use Placeit.net and I highly recommend for you is probably the staple of Placeit.net. This is using the t-shirt mockup tool where you can upload your t-shirt designs onto models wearing them. Now, these t-shirt model mockups are the staple of how I've built my foundation of selling t-shirts online. It simply makes more engaging and more attention-grabbing social media posts. When you're posting these on social media as your posts on your profile page, you're simply going to get more people looking at them for longer and considering buying your t-shirts. If you're just posting screenshots of your t-shirt designs, it can only do so much. However, mixing in photos of models wearing those t-shirt designs takes your social media page to an entirely new level because it brings in the element of people. Now you have photos of people wearing your shirts. Someone who's scrolling through and sees this post has more to analyze. They can see what the person looks like, they can look at the person's eyes and see what they are wearing. Now, having access to these t-shirt model mockups is not just for your own social media posting. You can also use these t-shirt mockup photos to customize your storefront and make make the banner image extremely relevant to your store. And something that I highly recommend is if you are going to hire an influencer to post a photo for you on their page, please make sure that you are sending them a mock-up photo of someone wearing your t-shirt, because when they post that, it will get far more engagement than if you just send them a screenshot of the t-shirt that you're trying to sell. And lastly, another way that I can recommend using these mock-up photos is for those of you who are in the more advanced level, and if you are running paid Facebook ads or paid Instagram ads, using an image of a model wearing the shirt is going to convert a lot more than just a screenshot. Now, a quick disclaimer, I don't recommend using paid Facebook ads or paid Instagram ads for anyone who is in the more beginner phases of print on demand. For 99% of people, I would say you're just going to lose your money because there is a lot that goes into testing and optimizing these ads until you see a positive return on investment. With that being said, let's go ahead and move into the sixth way that I use Placeit.net, and that is taking the t-shirt mockup photos to the next level and creating t-shirt mockup videos. I will be the first to say that I have no idea how they create these, but essentially what this is a video of somebody where you upload your t-shirt design and it gets animated onto their shirt. So to make these is exactly the same as creating a standard t-shirt model mockup photo, but when you download it, you're going to have a video. Posting videos like this on your social media page is going to add in more depth, again, to your social media account. When you start posting mock-up photos, mock-up videos, situational mock-ups, screenshots of your shirt, all of these on your social media page, you'll see that people have a lot more to engage with, they have a lot more to analyze. It keeps their attention when they're on your page a lot longer than if you just had a bunch of screenshots of shirts. And moving right along, we have already made it to number 7, the 7th way that I use Placeit.net to sell t-shirts, and that is by using Pinterest pin templates. Now, you won't find me talking about Pinterest all that often on this channel. It's because it's not one of the main ways that I do marketing. However, the Pinterest pin templates you find on Placeit.net are absolutely amazing, and they create the really good photos that you see on Pinterest. Now, there is no crazy strategy that I have for you for selling t-shirts with Pinterest. All I recommend to you is spend as much time as you can, whenever you can, creating pins to put on Pinterest. Now, the account that you make on Pinterest will be just like the Instagram page that you make, and it'll be niche specific. Now, by doing it this way, you can create all content for that niche specific storefront. And when you create these pins, you can either link them to the whole niche storefront, or you can link them to a specific listing. With that being said, I don't recommend spending a ton of time and trying to craft a crazy strategy for Pinterest. All I recommend doing is using these really good templates from Placeit. They are vertically formatted, so they take up the most space on Pinterest. And just getting these pins out there on Pinterest, because in the long run, it's going to get you free organic traffic to your storefront or to specific listings. So guys, those are the 7 different ways that I primarily use Placeit.net. There is a ton more that we could talk about on Placeit.net, but I want to make sure that I'm sticking to only the value in these videos as to not waste your guys' time. With that being said, if you have any questions or any specific topics on Placeit or any of the other tools that you might be considering, please let me know down in the comments. I've likely used the tool before, or I have information about it if it's on Placeit. As always, if you enjoyed this video, I really appreciate the thumbs up. If you have questions for me, let me know down in the comments, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.